Men also get R-worded by women a lot more than you think. I have men messaging me saying how they would tell their girlfriends or their friends that are girls or someone that they were like not really in a relationship with but dating, situationships, whatever. How they would be like, no, I really don't want to, and the girl will laugh it off, think it's funny, and keep messing with him. And then finally he was like, I'll just give in because like, one, I love her, or I care about her, or like I want to fulfill her need. If they would say no, their girlfriend will be like, oh, you're gay. How you don't want me, how you don't want this, like you see this and you don't want to like jump on me. And a lot of men be like, sometimes I just want to talk, sometimes I literally just want to talk. But they want to do more than that because right now everything is so over sexualized, and men are so over sexualized. There was a video that came out about this woman who was with Duke Dennis, and she was just like, oh, you want head, I'll give it to you right now, I'm the best. Like, those things, if it was to come from a man, it would look weird. And it's not that I'm over here on a man's side and I'm like a pick-me girl. It happens on both ends, but nobody wants to talk about the men's side because a lot of people are on a hate man train. This is why men do not have a space to talk about these things, because one, men come after them and be like, oh, you can't get R-worded by a woman. You usually enjoy it. That's not true. Two, a lot of women up here be like, oh, if you don't want me, you're... Like, they use that against men and think that that's a fair argument, and it's not. I love being a woman. But there was never a point in my time where someone had told me to not touch them or don't do this. And I was just like, no, I'm going to do whatever I want, because if you don't give me what I want, I feel like you're like this. Or I'm going to tell my friends that you doing something weird, or like you're on the down low. Some men do not want that when they don't want it. And that is okay. Men are allowed to say no to women too. Women sometimes take rejection in a sense of like their appearance and like, oh, am I ugly, am I this, am that? So they try to force that seductiveness on a man, and he still doesn't want it. If a man is telling you, no, not right now, I'm not in the mood, you can listen and be like, okay, well, what's going on? Are you okay? There's going to be women who will be like, oh, you're just doing this because you like, no. Because I've been talking about women a lot, but I don't really talk about men, because I know a lot of men don't really come forward and say anything about it. As a mother, why would you put a man over your kids? Why would you bring a man into your home knowing your kids don't like that man? You won't get up and feed your babies in the morning to take them to school or nothing like that, but you will get up at 4 or 5 in the morning to make that man food. You will sit there and allow a man to disrespect you, disrespect your kids. They're beating them, assaulting them in a certain type of way just so that you are not lonely. Do you not understand that some men don't even like you? They're just with you to get to your kids, because why? They're pedophiles. A lot of women will sit here and deal with a man but will not help their babies with their homework. Will get mad if their kids do not like their man and be like, you better not ruin this for me. I always wanted to ask women who think like that and do have kids, why are you picking a man over your kids? What is that man doing for you besides living in your house, eating your food, disrespecting you, disrespecting your kids? And he gets the world, but your kids barely get the bare minimum. Or some men will try to get you to give up your kids. Oh, I don't want those kids living here. Those kids didn't come for me. And you will sit there and do that for that man. And then a lot of you mothers will get mad at your daughters for dressing a certain way, or for acting a certain way. Or you might be thinking she's trying to take your man. In reality, she's just being a child. Why do you have the mindset that your daughter is trying to compete with you to take your man? I really want to know the answer. Why do a lot of you mothers pick a man over your kids? What is the point? How as a parent can you sit there, look your child in the face while your child is crying, shaking, having an anxiety attack, having a panic attack, telling you that someone done touched them, boy or female? How as a parent do you sit there and you basically kind of don't care? You shrug it off, sweep it under the rug. You allow the family member that abused your child to come back into their home, around their space, force them to be in front of them. Sometimes force them to tell you what they did to you in front of that person that abused them. How do you sit there and have kids and allow that to happen? How do you sit there and you see your child is completely destroyed, feeling dirty, feeling like what they just went through was their fault, and then you turn around and blame them? How do you sit there and watch your child literally disintegrate into themselves, hate themselves, find themselves disgusting, taking showers, trying to wash themselves so hard that it might get a rash on them, peel their skin because they feel dirty for what this grown-ass man or this grown-ass woman has done to them? How as a parent can you sit there and look them in the face, watch them be that hurt, and not want to defend them, but instead crucify them and get mad that they're even saying anything to you about what had happened? Why? Because it might look bad on the family. It might ruin that person's life. It might look bad on you. because you have this image issue where nobody can look at you as this type of parent or this type of person, or, oh my gosh, well, their family, their daughter got abused. Like, you don't want to look like that type of family. You rather save the person's feelings than protect your own. Someone that you gave birth to. Someone that you also helped probably make because you're a father. How do you sit there and allow that? You're so ungrateful. You should be happy that I signed you up for dance instead of stupid ass basketball. Why are you complaining? Why are you ungrateful? Mom, I didn't want to do dance. I wanted to do basketball. You wanted me to go to dance because you always wanted to be a dancer and never got to do it because of your parents. I love basketball. I don't like dancing. I work really, really hard to put a roof over our head, food in your mouth, and take care of you. I love you with everything in me. I just want you to try it. Basketball will always be there, but you can try dance out just for me. Like, I just want that moment where I get to see my daughter on stage doing what she loves. You could see me on the court doing what I love. If you see me up on the stage that's doing what you love, you're living your life through me. That's not what I want. But don't you remember when you were little how you always used to say, Mommy, I want to dance just like you did? Because you used to watch my old videos of me dancing. Don't you remember that? That's why I signed you up for dance, because I felt like that little girl in you still wanted to try to do it. I mean, yeah, Ma, I did love dance when I was little, but you know, maybe I just lost the passion. Maybe that's what it was. Yes, and I promise, if you don't like dance, I'll take you out and I'll put you in basketball. But please just do it for me, okay? Please? Like, I just want to get that moment with you. You know what, Mom? Maybe you're right. Okay, I'll do dance. And then, like you said, if I don't like dance, I could just go to basketball. Okay. See, there's my little girl that I know and love. Oh, I love you so much. I am very envious of the people whose parents cook for them, because I haven't had a home-cooked meal from anybody in my family since I was like 10 years old. Ever since I was 10 years old, I knew how to cook since I was 7, but ever since I was 10 years old, I really just like cooked everything, because one, I never really trusted people when they gave me food, because I thought that they would poison me, or like every time I ate other people's food, it didn't taste right, and it always made me sick, and I always wondered why. I didn't understand why, but I haven't had a home-cooked meal from my mom or from anybody in my family in like years. So it's like, I'm very envious of people who have like home-cooked meals from their parents. So I just be like sometimes really, really sad about it, and I'm really down because I don't know. And then I know there's a lot of other people who haven't had a home-cooked meal in years, and they just eat outside food every single day because that they don't either know how to cook, or like they just can't really cook and like afford the food, so they just get outside food every day. So it's like, it's really kind of sad. Like, I don't know, does that sound weird? Like, should that not be a problem? Should that not be something I should be sad over? I don't know. People who have been sexually assaulted, it was the people you really didn't expect. The mom, the dad, the brother, the sister, the cousin, the uncle, the people who've been friends with your family for years, way before you was even born. A lot of people sit up here and think, oh no, a stranger sexually assaulted her, him, whoever. Babe, you need to look a little closer, because it be in the family, it be in your own house, it be in your own friendship circle. There's been a lot of cases where the best friends have raped their girl best friends or their guy best friends. There have been cases where the mom was the one that sexually assaulted the son, the dad was the one that sexually assaulted the daughter, or the dad is sexually assaulted the son, and the mom is sexually assaulted her daughter. People think it's just strangers out here just like sexually assaulting people. No, it's people that you would never expect. It's people closest to you that you've grown a bond with. Oh, something had to make them people snap. Something had to happen for a reason on why they did what they did. No, that shit has been living in them for years. They finally couldn't control it anymore. Or they finally got everybody in a place where they will never question that person. When someone is sexually assaulted from somebody within their circle, you are more likely not to speak up about it, because you see how everyone treats that person, and you know you wouldn't be believed. And a lot of the times you are not believed, because nobody can really see that person as a bad person, because that person has never had no priors. They've never done nothing crazy like that. Nobody really looks at them and be like, did you really do this? So now they don't believe the person who's saying, yes, this person did this to me. A lot of sexual assault cases are not from strangers. They are from people that you know, from people you grew up with, from people you trust and love, and think that they will never do that. Don't have that mindset of like, oh, that person would never, because they could. They could. You don't know what kind of demons people are dealing with. So when you sit up there and you blindly be like, oh, that person would never, my husband would never, my wife would never, my daughter would never, my son would never. Yes, they would. So please don't be blinded to that just because of like how you see them as right now.